Hello folks, and today with Dragon Quest XI we are actually going to be continuing on with the story. So we've taken a few episodes to do a few other bits such as visiting the casino, completing side quests, etc. It is time to crack on once again today. So in Porto Valor we're going to head over to Don Rodrigo's villa, which is just located over at the east of town. Now, unfortunately I did go ahead and play this cutscene. I forgot to record it, so I can't actually show it to you. But it's not actually anything you need to worry about. Basically, he's not here. So the servant has told us that he'll go ahead and allow us to access the sea, or the part of the sea that we need to access. So he'll open the huge gate for us or something. So once we've gone ahead and done that, we can go ahead then and make our way over, well actually just outside of town, to tell you the truth. What is going on here? What am I doing? So we're going to go ahead and use the zoom here and just zoom to the Costa Valor. No, actually we'll zoom to the entrance of town. Basically we want to get to where the ship is docked so that we can start sailing once more. So I think this is the closest way to do so. And we'll exit here. Literally guys, as you exit the city there's a bell so you can ring and grab a mount or horse, so that way you can quickly make your way over to where the boat is located, which is pretty much where we dropped it off. So nothing too challenging about that really, it's got to be said. And hopefully now that we've gone ahead and spoken to the Don servant, he should go ahead and give us access to the next area. So we can see there's a little pink exclamation on the map. That's pretty much where we want to head to now. So we're going to turn the ship around at this point and head up this channel. And we can see the gate is currently closed, but as we approach, surprise surprise, a cutscene shall commence for us.
There's our pal Cervantes. Give him a nice thank you wave, everybody. Madre mía. Is it him?
Right, so we're going to be able to traverse the stream at this point. Oh, we actually get a trophy for that as well. So we're just going to keep going straight. As you can see, we don't get a whole lot of choice apart from that. Oh yeah, we do get still random enemy encounters. Now you can see there's a kind of dock thing just over there, but we can't access that. So for now we're just going to keep heading out into the ocean, and we're going to see some fog here along with another dock area. So we're going to head towards that, and lo and behold, the game will take over for us. Revealing yet another cutscene as we see what exactly is going on here. What have we found?
Ugh, where did all this horrible fog come from? I can't see a thing.
Hey, Sylv, what's going on?
I'm truly mystified. But whatever it is, I don't like it. Steering hard a starboard!
The mists are clearing. I can see light up ahead.
Where in the world are we?
Right, so this area is simply known as the Strand, and it seems that a few other ships have met their untimely demise at this location. So let's hope that doesn't happen to us, shall we? At least we haven't crashed. Right then, anyway, there's a few things to loot before we go ahead and, you know, move on with things proper. And first of all, somewhere around here there should be a mini medal. Well, there's a chest there, so that's promising. make sure you grab that before doing anything else. So we're going to be starting our collection of mini medals towards our next page. So we completed the first page with all the mini medals we collected previously in Port of Valor. And there's one sparkly, and it's just over here, right at the northern tip. So we will also want to grab that. And once we've done that, we can head towards the centre, and we'll find Jade in her bunny costume from when we completed the quest, and we'll go ahead and speak to her to continue.
What a strange place. It's almost like being in a dream.
Oh, darling, is it really you? My dearest darling Kai? I've waited for you ever since the day we said goodbye. Oh. Oh. Hey! What do you think you're playing at, scaring us like that? And there's no need to look so disappointed to see us. Hold on. Are you a mermaid? That's strange. You didn't scream or try to catch me in a net. You're different from most other human beings that I've met. My name's Michelle. I'm sorry if I gave you all a fright. It's just I thought my Kai was back and I got all excited. Wow, I can't believe I'm talking to a real live mermaid. But anyway, who's this Kai you keep talking about? He's a tender-hearted fisherman from Honolulu Bay. He promised he would meet me here upon our wedding day. Your wedding day? I didn't even think humans and mermaids could get married. At first I was the same. I thought we'd never be together. I thought the mermaid's burden would keep us apart forever. For if a mermaid leaves the sea and makes the land her home, if ever she gets wet again, she melts away to foam. But when I told my Kai I couldn't come to live with him, he said, in that case, you better teach me how to swim. And so I got the blessing of the Queen beneath the sea. He's going to come to Nautica and live down there with me.
Oh, that's wonderful news. Congratulations.
But he's supposed to meet me here so we can be together. And I've been waiting for him now for what feels like forever. I know he'd never break his word. He's not that sort of person. But the longer that he stays away, the more my worries worsen. I know it's rude to ask you, but I beg, I plead, I pray. Could you go to Honolulu and make sure my Kai's okay? So you're from the bottom of the sea, where the giant pearl from the story went. I wonder... Aha! How about this? If we go and check on your fiancé, will you take us down to see the Queen? To pay for such a kindness, it's the least that I can do. I'll sing my song and safely sink your ship and all your crew.
If anyone knows the truth about this giant pearl, it's the Queen of the Sea. If it leads us to another one of the orbs, it's worth helping. Wouldn't you say?
Thank you, all of you. I'd be indebted to you. If you could try to find him in the town of Honolulu. I'll mark the village on your map. It's to the east of Hutto. A beautiful blue bay behind an isolated grotto. My Kai's a famous fisherman, as rugged as the ocean. A hanky-janky sailor stuffed with smouldering emotion. Oh, now I'm all embarrassed. Don't tell him what I said. Just bring my darling back so we can finally be wed.
Interesting. So now we're going to head back to the ship, and we're going to be able to do a little bit of exploring before we go ahead with, continuing on with the story and helping out Michelle, the lovely mermaid. So we'll go back and board the stallion at this point, and what we're going to do is head south. There's actually, I think, a couple of crossbow targets we can grab. If you remember, we did grab a crossbow target on a lone island, a lone target, a good few episodes back now. So it's probably going to be a good idea if we start getting a few more as well, since, hey, more has opened up for us. And you can see on the map there is an island right down south. It's a bit of a journey, so we'll probably bump into a couple of enemies on the way. You never know, we might not, might get lucky. But that's where we're heading to anyway. And, hey, there we go. Okay, so we're just about to approach the island now. And we're going to go ahead, of course, and disembark. So I believe this island is called the Insula, or the Insula Incognita, or something along those lines anyway. I am actually... Oh yeah, there we go. I'm right. Okay, so let's start going ahead and collecting some of the first items. We'll go ahead to the map and go head to Sparkly Points. We can see the first Sparkly. It's just south of our location. There's nothing else to get from there. In terms of enemies in this place, there's actually one tough enemy you need to be aware of, and that's the Cyclops enemy. So we won't see them until the area opens up a little bit, but when you do, just be a little bit cautious if you enter into battle with them. They hit hard and do have a fair amount of health as well. So we're going to continue following the path at this point. And we can see there's a locked icon on the map as well, so we're going to ignore that for now. And there should be an ore gathering point just a little bit further up here if we stick to the left-hand side. Should be around here. Yep, there it is. So you probably won't want to miss that one. And don't forget, these will respawn as well. So good opportunity to grab some ore. No gold ore, unfortunately, it seems. Just iron ore and silver ore. And there should be another sparkly as well. Yep, and there will be an enemy guarding it, wouldn't there? He's scared. An Yggdrasil leaf. Not too shabby, so that will resurrect a fallen party member. And we're going to continue heading over to the east, since we can climb up. This is the climb up section. So just next to that eastern passageway there, it's going to take us into the next half of the area. And the reason we want to go up here first is because there's actually an item we can nab from a treasure chest. No! If you fall down, you are going to have to climb back up again, of course. But hey, good exercise, I suppose. So in this treasure chest there should be some crafting recipes. Just remember you can fall, so walk carefully, or run carefully. And we get the crafting comforting clothing, and that will allow us to create a robe of serenity. And speaking of gold ore, which we mentioned a moment ago, there is actually some located around here. Well, at least as the area opens up. So just watch out, there's the Cyclops that I was speaking of, which, as I say, can be a little bit tricky. So just be aware of them. If we go to sparkly spots here, just down to the south. Right at this tip. Yeah, there's the gold ore. Okay, so we can actually go ahead and finish up on this island now. We can basically zoom back. We can't access this locked area yet. As I said, we're going to ignore that for the time being. So we'll come back for that a little bit later on. So by all means, enter a few battles or what have you. Or just zoom back to the strand, which was where we encountered the mermaid. And then we can move on from there. Back at the strand, we're going to go ahead and reboard the stallion at this point. And the strand is the best place to come to because the island we're leaving, or the island we're heading to rather, is actually just north of this location. So it's the quickest access point to it. And we should be able to grab another medal as well, along with a set of crossbow targets, I think. Bring up the map here. You can see the island just to the north. Nope. Go away. Try and get there without enemies. Yes, there we go. So only a small island, as you can see. And there's actually a few things that we can't do here. On the last one there was a locked door, and on this one there's also a couple of locked doors which we'll have to leave for the time being. But don't worry, we shall return. So this is Insula Occidentalis, or something along those lines. It disappeared off the screen before I had a chance to read it properly. There's also a few new enemies that you might want to go ahead and encounter. You can see a big green fellow over there. So, anyway, let's start by just checking the sparkly points. There's one just along the beach to the north. So we'll go ahead and nab that first. That's a sun-bleached seashell. And now if we... oh, there's also a place to rest, which I guess could be a little bit of a handy thing to have, couldn't it? We'll head for the next sparkly point just over to the south. So we can also see that the rest point cabin / area is close by as well. Okay. So if we head over to that next. There's a barrel there. I think we can break that. Bit of money. Right then, so we can actually speak to this guy. He's the guy that we need to speak to for doing the crossbow targets on these little islands. Now, we did one quite a while ago on the first little island that we came across. And as you can see, there's still 4 more to do. So he's not going to give us a reward just yet, but just note his location. Since when we have done all 5, this is the fella we're going to have to be coming back to. So you can obviously rest up if you want to do so. I'm going to leave that for now. Instead, we're going to head around to the back of the cabin. And just keep an eye out for some more pots. Yeah, one of them actually has a mini medal inside. So there's actually no crossbow target here. Unfortunately, I thought there was. But we will get the other 4, don't worry. We're actually done now with this particular island, so we can move on to the next. The next island then is just northeast of our previous island. So hopefully we're visiting these in the most systematic order. So a few more items to grab. Along with a crossbow target for sure on this one. I know that for a fact. Also, by the way, there's a couple of new enemies to encounter here as well. So every time there's new enemies, you'll want to definitely encounter them at least once, okay? Right then, so here we go then. We're going to start by disembarking the ship, just heading over the pier area and just check the map for more sparkly stuff. I think there's one quite close by yet. Just up here over the far west point of the island. So we'll nab that first. That is some royal soil. And then we're just going to continue to follow. I think something's after us, is it? It's very possible. Somewhere around here there's another sparkly point. Let me just check exactly where. Not far away. Yeah, can't afford that guy. Ultimately, you want to make your way up to this bridge here. This will give you access to the second part of the island, the same island, of course. So we're going to be heading over to the east, where there's a hidden chest. And that will contain a Lucida shard. Next up, we're going to go to the other side, trying to avoid these enemies for your convenience here. There's a flower harvesting point. So we'll cut that down, nab the rewards for doing so. And then once we've grabbed those flower pieces, we're going to go just up to the southern tip here of the island, where we can find the crossbow target and a bunch of enemies trying to annoy us, I think. Yep, well, there's the crossbow target at least. By the way, these enemies that you're seeing here are both of the enemy types that you haven't yet encountered before this island, so... As you can see, they can be quite nasty, especially if you come into the battle a little bit unprepared, as I've done. I could really do with Sylvando. for his AoE heal, but I don't want to expire his pet mode that he's currently in, for reasons which I'll explain in a future video. So hopefully we'll survive this one now. Don't forget, guys, you can, in between each island, just zoom around the map to campsites and stuff if you want to rest up and save as well. You're not having to go to each of these islands sequentially without having to take a break, if you don't want to. Yeah, those purple things, the Hades Condors, do have quite a big heal as well, which can be a little bit annoying. Right, so we are going to be zooming now back to the ship.
That was easy.
Or making our way back to the ship anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and take a rest at this point. Our next island then is actually right up the north area of the world map here. So you do have to go all the way around the western side, unfortunately. You'll probably have a few random enemy encounters you can either battle or try and flee from. But we're going to go ahead and disembark. It's actually not that exciting, this island either, but for the sake of completionism, I do want to go ahead and visit it. And there is a crossbow target as well. So here we are. This is the Insula Borealis, I think it was called. Yes, so we're going to start by heading to the south. And there should be a sparkly pot. Not a pot, just a sparkly thing. When in doubt, check the map, that's what I say. Okay, so it's actually a little bit out into the water. Just over here, is it? There it is, hidden. Well out of the way. But that's a celestial sky. And we're going to head back now. Pretty much the way we came. Only there's a crossbow target you can see hidden just under the bridge there. So just go to the side of the bridge and you should just be able to get the right angle to hit it. Okay, so just make sure you get that one. And now we're going to head over to the southeast part. And if we just see the sparklies once more, we can see there's one just down here. With all this thick grass, can be a little bit tricky to see. Let me just check that again. Okay, a little bit over here. There it is, I can see it now. Grab that one. That is a silk blossom. And we're going to be going log leaping now. And what is log leaping, you ask? Well, log leaping is what we're about to do here. That's log leaping. Okay, have some fun with that if you want to. But when you're ready, we're going to go northeast. And there's going to be some more sparkly stuff for us to grab. Right, here we have a glass frit. And actually, close to that log, I think there's an ore point. Have I missed an ore point? No, there it is, look. Big blue thing sticking out the sand. Can't really miss that one, can you? Blue eye, silver ore, and another silver ore. Right, that's pretty much it, actually. There's a fisherman just over there, but we can't do anything with him. So it's just about returning to the ship, and we'll head over to our next island. And that island is going to be located right over the eastern part of the map, unfortunately. So another bit of a journey to undertake. But it's worth it, so that we can get everything that the game has to offer. By the way, this island here, we're going to be able to encounter metal slimes again. So if you want to get a load of experience, then this is a good opportunity to actually do that. And you can even encounter a new type of metal slime that will give you even more experience. But you'll only find those with the normal big metal slime. So don't forget, metal slimes won't appear in the field. You'll only encounter them when you battle other enemies. And only with a low chance as well. Right, so we're going to start by heading across to the east. There should be a sparkly somewhere across here. Yep, there it is. And that will be a tortoise shell. Yep. And if we just check the map here. Just going to check these sparklies on the map as well. Right, there's one just over in the water. Can we get it from this point? Yes, we can. Good stuff. Theoretically, anyway. Where was it? Ah, just a little bit further. So much exploring to do. Honestly, sometimes you can turn the mind to mush, can't you? When you're doing this. Next up. Enemies. No metal slime, sadly. It's So you can see to the northeast where our next sparkly spot for this particular island is going to be located. And not only can we get a sparkly item here, but there's also going to be a crossbow target close by as well. So we'll go ahead and grab that first of all. And I think if we just look around some of these rocks, then we're inevitably going to come across the crossbow target. I can't see it there, mind. So I'll just have a good look for that. And I'll be right back with you at that point once I found it. It's actually right in the corner of the map. So you can just see it up there in the bushes above the rocks. Right in the corner. If you get there, you'll see it no problem, to be honest with you. Right, we're going to head over to the west. We can see there's some ruins here. And we can actually explore these, including the opportunity to break some more pots for another mini medal. Yay! I don't think there's anything in here. However, we can stay across on this part of the island for a moment. I think there's a chest hidden somewhere. Yeah, just there in fact. Try not to fall down there. I think we can, I'm not sure. I saw an exclamation point anyway. There's a slime crown in that one. Can we drop down? Oh no, it's not a drop down point. It's a harvest point. We'll get that in a little while. Right, so what we're going to do is head over to the bridge then. You can see some of those big slimes. So they have the opportunity of spawning the new metal slimes with them if you want to tackle those, but I'm going to ignore them for the time being. And I believe this is where we can access that metal ore point thingy. Yep. So once again, just some silver and iron ore to be found in this one. Okay, there's actually nothing now in terms of items for us to get at this point on this island. So feel free to have a play about with some of the slimes here and try and get some metal ones if you want to level up. Good opportunity to do so actually. If not, then just head back to the ship. So once we leave the island, I'm actually going to take a rest at this point, as in like actually finish the episode since it's gone on quite a bit because we get an auto-save there anyway. We're going to be heading south next time. You can see the pink X formation taking us to our next destination. That's going to be our next story destination. A bit of a sail around, unfortunately. But hey, we've done a lot of exploring, got a lot of items, got a few crossbow targets as well, so hopefully it's going to have been worthwhile. I hope the video's helped you folks. Thanks for stopping by and joining me today. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and do come back soon as we continue on with the game. Take care everyone, have a great day, I'll see you next time.